But for now, though, let's go to Soweto, where, of course, we understand various stakeholders are engaging in addressing what happened last night, addressing the issue around e-hailing drivers and their taxis yesterday. Let's listen in.
So, this is what I want us to do, guys. Again, now we address it. And they are not hiding themselves from us. They are in front of us. So now there's a meeting on that. But this address is the diligence in Roma East. We never hide ourselves in the first place. So let us allow this thing now to go on the way thing. We're going to sit down with them. If they are failing us, it won't be me or man. It's available on the bus. We are doing it now. Yes, I agree.
From last week,
when they say unity, guys, when you form unity, we form unity by listening to each other. There will be people who will cause chaos. But the rest of the one, I don't go wrong now. We just have to know how to become one. Hey. We are in the transport industry and we serve the community. I understand the frustration of what I'm about to do. No, it's traumatic. I want to spend it to say this point about
don't go always say I'm saying now you are not talking. Let them go. Some 500 dollars. The days for checking some Pantamala is a driver.
All right, emotions quite high at the Maponya Mall. As you can see there, the chairperson of the Soweto United E-Hailing Association, Tato Ramaila, he is wearing that white shirt there you can see in front of what looks like law enforcement. They had promised that, of course, they would be meeting with law enforcement, but also the mall management should pave a way forward after the events that took place just last night. We saw, of course, 3 vehicles being torched, being set alight. We understand 3 more victims have, of course, been taken to a local hospital after sustaining injuries. So let's listen in back now. Tato Ramaila, Soweto United E-Hailing Association chairperson, addressing the crowd.
Now we are allowed to celebrate under protection of Maponya in the yard now. Mamela, before it's not a final decision. It's just that we remember, guys. Investing in buy is to find a solution. As we say, the lie without we need to get a way forward here now, right? Yes. What we've decided is the meeting will take place. Okay. We're going to have a meeting now with all the role players. In that meeting, decisions will be made. Those decisions will be communicated to you. After that meeting, we will meet with you and we'll tell you exactly. The people that you nominated will be with us. And then after that, we'll decide what is the way forward. For us to stand and agree now on behalf of them and on behalf of you, it's not working. So I'm appealing nicely there. Everybody wants, we can't tell you what them to leave. We say allow us to have the meeting and to come with resolutions and give you feedback. And then you can engage with us.
When is the meeting?
The meeting is scheduled for 1 o'clock today.
Yes, today. Now, come to them, they must go out. What about the president? But then we can work for now while the guys
we said continue to work until 1 o'clock.
Until when?
Just by this, I didn't have a meeting here. I said, we
Well, emotions still very much high. I could see one of the drivers, I'm assuming, an e-hailing driver or resident, saying they would not be staying for this meeting, calling on the others to leave because he says there's nothing that's coming out of this meeting. This is a meeting that was alluded to a bit earlier on by Tato Ramaila, that it would be taking place at Maponya Mall alongside the mall management as well as the members of the SAPS, law enforcement, just to, of course, talk about and discuss what occurred last night. 3 vehicles, we understand, had been torched alight, had been set alight, and also 3 victims sustaining injuries, 1 being shot at, and those victims being taken to a local hospital. This has brewed tensions with assumptions coming out saying, could it have been members of the meter taxis, drivers who are responsible for this? Was it the taxis and the taxi drivers that are responsible for this? What we know for now is that the SAPS says an investigation is currently underway to, of course, elude what the motive and the source of these attacks could be. But, of course, they would be opening up an investigation of malicious, damage to property and also attempted murder when it came to those attacks we saw just yesterday. We've also seen this press statement by the MEC, Letlabela, strongly condemning these attacks of e-hailing operators. The Gauteng MEC for Transport and Logistics strongly condemning the burning of cars at Maponya Mall in Soweto as well just yesterday. This after an alleged confrontation between minibus taxis, as alluded before, and e-hailing drivers. It's alleged that the minibus taxi drivers attacked e-hailing operating drivers and burned their vehicles, damaging 4 other vehicles at Maponya Mall. But we also understand that the MEC was quoted as saying that they would like to strongly condemn these senseless attacks on individuals and damage to vehicles. These acts are unacceptable and must be dealt with harshly. We will not be deterred from building an integrated and modernized public transport system by individuals who use intimidation and violence to put their message across. This, of course, as part of the statement by the MEC of Transport. But on the other hand, we've heard from Tato Ramaila in conversation with my colleague Heidi Giokos, saying that it is the e-hailing apps themselves, the owners, Bolt and Uber apps, that are responsible for this violent attacks and crimes in the country, saying they don't take any accountability or responsibility whatsoever with regards to the safety of their drivers. If someone, downloads an app in 2 minutes, they could easily kill a driver in 5 minutes, but there's no detection process that can be followed to monitor who exactly could be behind some of these violent attacks, saying that there needs to be more unity when it comes to drivers, as well as assistance from other stakeholders to ensure that there is regulation and protection of drivers within the country. So as we try to establish a connection with Heidi Giokos, who's at the Maponya Mall, following through with that engagement at the mall following those attacks, we'll be keeping you abreast with the very latest regarding that engagement, this alongside law enforcement, as to get into the bottom of those attacks which occurred in Soweto just last night.